Hello, BBN. Lamont Butler needs to get back to the Cats urgently, don't you think? Before we get into this topic, subscribe to the channel to continue receiving more news from the blue and white team. March is fast approaching, and if there's one thing Kentucky can't afford at this critical point in the season, it's losing a key player like Lamont Butler. The point guard's absence in the last two games was glaringly felt, especially in the home loss to Arkansas, where the Wildcats had clear difficulties in dictating the pace of the game and establishing an efficient offense. Without Butler, Mark Pope's team lost one of its leaders on the court, and the impact was visible both in the fluidity of the attack and in the defensive intensity. The last time Butler took the court was in the loss to Vanderbilt, and it was already clear in that game that he was not in full physical condition. His performance was below what Kentucky fans have become accustomed to seeing. Just 6 points, 6 turnovers, and an early exit with 5 fouls. For a player who had been one of the team's pillars this season, averaging solid 13.2 points, 4.8 assists, and efficient field goal shooting, 51.3%, and three-point shooting, 40%, this drop in performance raised an immediate alarm. Now, with Mark Pope adopting a cautious tone about his recovery, and without a set return date, Kentucky faces a major challenge: how to keep the team competitive without its starting point guard. Pope avoided providing details about the situation, limiting himself to saying that the team is still looking for answers and that a more concrete update should come in the coming weeks. But in the world of college basketball, a few weeks can mean all the difference between a team that consolidates itself for a good path in the NCAA tournament and one that slips up in the most important moments. The SEC is not forgiving of inconsistency, and if Butler remains out for an extended period of time, the Wildcats will need to quickly find a backup plan. That means other perimeter players will have to take on greater responsibilities, whether in playmaking or defense. Without Butler, the pressure will increase on the backup point guards, and Mark Pope will have to experiment with solutions within the roster to keep the team functioning at its highest level. More than ever, Kentucky needs to find a way to stay healthy and competitive as March approaches. The team has suffered some tough losses recently, and without Butler, the road ahead is even more challenging. Pope's ability to adjust his team in the face of this adversity could define what the Wildcats can accomplish this season. If Butler doesn't return soon, Kentucky will have to find new ways to win, and fast. Leave your comment.